I bet you can't write a reliable AI prompt to suggest a drink. Let me tell you why. I need this AI agent to be able to suggest a drink to people who visiting my website. It can get the IP address from the browser and try to get the location for that IP address. And based on the location, we would be able to get the temperature, from the weather report and the time of the day, local time. And then we can suggest a good drink for the situation. It could be a cold drink, a hot drink, a decaf drink based on the time of the day and the temperature. As you can see, writing a reliable prompt, even for such a simple scenario, could be super challenging. Most of the time, when it comes to make an AI agent that handles a real world job and doing some kind of workflow, even for such a simple scenario, it's getting so hard, it's getting so complex, and the results are unpredictable. Debugging is very hard, and handling the logic is kind of impossible in such a scenario. But JSON prompting is the solution. If you use it in the correct way, you can handle complexities like the multi-step tasks or decision making terms like if else and case when logic. You can use tools easier. You can handle the data validation, error handlings, and much more. Now it's time to pause the video for a while and tell me in the comments where you made your most complex prompt and how it went and what kind of problems you had. Then you can back to the video and we can make a JSON prompt for our drink recommender. First thing first, if you have no idea what JSON is, I can give you a quick overview as much as you need for this video. JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. That is a human readable text format that represents data in a very clear and well-defined structure. Everything starts with a key value pair, what we call property. We can organize some of these properties into an object, separated by commas and grouped in curly brackets. And finally, you can make an array or a list of objects by using brackets and again, comma separated. To make and manage larger JSON objects, you may need better tools to help you with visualizing the data and help you validate your JSON structure or data and make sure everything is set up correctly. One of my favorite tools is JSONcrack.com, and it can help you visualize big JSON objects and understand the structure. Okay, here is my simple version of the JSON prompt for our drink recommender. And yes, that's a simple version. And honestly, a real world operation could be very complex and deep. So this is just a simple version. Sometimes the decision tree could be very complex. But don't worry, I can quickly walk you through this example and show you all the steps. And when you understand the structure, you can find out that's maybe a little bit complex, but it's not really so hard to figure out how it works because of the well-defined structure. As you can see, the prompt is started by a title. That is the title of this agent. And after that, you can see the goals and inputs. The input parameters here are my input parameters, is the IP address. And after that, we name the tools this agent can use during the process. It can use the tools to get the IP, to get the location based on that IP. It's GeoLookup is the location finder. And finally, you can get the weather and get the local time for that location. For AI assistant, the most important part of the JSON prompt is the steps. Here you can see my steps are resolve the IP, locate the IP address, and get the weather and local time. And after that, we need to decide about the drinks. That's the last step. The other important thing in this JSON prompt is inside the decide drink node, where I have a bunch of rules. That means here we have a simple rule engine that say in which condition what will be the output. and it could be extended as much as you need for your case. Finally, we have the structure we expect at the output, and after that, bunch of examples of the successful or failed output. To test this prompt, I'm gonna use my n8n and set up a workflow to visually demonstrate how this prompt work. You can find this n8n workflow export file and also the JSON prompt in descriptions of the video. And please don't hesitate to send me your question and feedbacks about the video. Subscribe the channel for the next videos. I tried my best to keep this workflow simple. So I just hard coded the tools. The tools are not really using an API or a backend code. I just hard coded them, and also the IP addresses being hard coded on a form submission. But still, it's very helpful to understand the process. When you submit the form, it send the IP address to the AI agent, and the AI agent, in this example, I used OpenAI and OpenAI chat model. It's version 4.1. It can call the tools and get the information needed. And finally, we have an output parser to make sure the output is well structured. It's a JSON file again. And we pass the JSON to the form. And as you can see, the form get the JSON and render it. Thank you for watching this video. I'm Hamid, and you can subscribe my channel to learn more about AI and technology.